During the past few years, we've collaborated with you to create several products, from the original V3 to the recent V3 Mono, which have received widespread acclaim in the market. At Fosi Audio, we believe that your voices can shape the future of our products. Recently, we've been collaborating with YouTuber Z Reviews on the development of the next generation Fosi Audio LC40, an upgrade to our LC30. We conducted a brief interview with Z Reviews to share the story of our partnership with Fosi Audio. Let's hear what Z Reviews has to say.
Well, people have been talking about Fosi for a little bit before I actually got into reviewing them. The V3 obviously was the first big hit, and it was just a price to performance thing. Everybody seemed to like it. When I got it, it was not any different than everyone's rumors. It was fantastic. And that was initially what brought me to like communicating with them and trying to get other products like the LC30 into my hands, so I wanted to play with it. And now, after using it, I know what it's missing and I kind of know what the market wants. So I think the LC40, I think I could put it on many, many more desks, specifically desks of headphone users, because that's where it's really missing out on the connectivity with the old LC30. Well, the LC30 here is really good if you have a speaker setup, but there's really no way to integrate it easily into a setup that uses headphones, but it's mostly in use on a desk. And there's not a lot of customization options. You had to either pick two faceplates and you were done. So I think if we get the chassis size correct and the connectivity options correct, way more people will be interested in what the 40 can do, or whatever we decide to call it, rather than the 30. When I first got the 30, I loved the way it looked, but only after I used it for a little while had I realized it's really hard to place it sort of onto a desk that you have headphones, or to get it to, you need an amplifier, you need a speaker amplifier. And not many people that I know have a passive speakers on their desks. So a lot of times this was being used in like living rooms or bedrooms. And then at that point, you're so far away from it, it's really not useful to look at the displays, which is part of the joy of it. And comparing to like original OG VU meters, there is a couple tweaks that have to do with motion and things. So I think the LC40 is going to have a lot of those problems fixed, and a lot more people are going to want to use it. When I brought up the idea to Fosi, I believe I talked about it before Munich, but then they invited me out at Munich to discuss in detail like what my thoughts or plans were for the next revision of this. And we went on for about an hour over a bottle of champagne, celebrating the success of everything we had done so far. And they really loved it. Like, I think it's going to change a lot of people's perception of what is capable of something that is essentially a beauty line. Like, it's not going to replace hard-coded software VU meters, but my word, is it going to be much better to look at on most people's desks and really, really bring some flair to the listening experience. I think the LC40 is going to be a big hit. I think it's going to appear on more desks than even some of the other Fosi products, including their amplifiers, because it's going to be such a universal product. I'm trying to get it really honed in, not just for the audio enthusiast, but just for the gamer or the person who just has some extra space and they love music and they really want some interaction with it. There's nothing that brings it out into the physical world more than like a good set of VUs. Which this was a great start, but again, it wasn't focused on covering the entire spectrum, and certainly wasn't as easy to hook up as what I'm trying to plan with them. So I think the LC40 is going to be something special.
The LC40's features have been largely finalized, and its design is taking shape. We're continuously refining it, and we believe the final version will be available soon. Stay tuned for more updates. Every audiophile's voice deserves to be listened to with care. Fosi Audio has always strived to turn your expectations into reality. Join us and be part of the journey.